Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I created a really fun, easy look for you guys that you could wear every day, and also this look is great for those who have blue eyes like myself. It really does make your eyes pop out, and the colors I use really do make the blues in your eyes pop out. So please like this video and leave a comment down below asking me what you guys want to see next in my upcoming tutorials or videos. And please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prime my face with the Benefit Poreffesional, and I'm only going to be putting this on my nose, like my T-zone, so like my forehead, my nose, and my chin, because this can be really drying if I put it everywhere, so I'm just going to put a little bit just in the T-zone. And now I'm going to move on to foundation, and I'm mixing two. This one is called EOX, I don't know if you guys can see that, EOX 1 foundation, and this is in the shade F20, and then this is my Covergirl 3-in-1 Outblast blah 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 foundation in medium beige. And I took off my tanner, but I reapplied just a little bit, and these are like the only two shades that I can mix that will match me right now, so that's what I'm going to be using. And then I just put on a little tin just to mix them, and then I'm just going to apply that to my face. And the brush I'm using is this Makeupgeek one. I really like this. It's the buffing brush, and I'm just going to dot this all over my face. And now I'm just going to use my brush, and I'm going to buff it out. And the good thing about this brush is that for like an everyday light layer of foundation look, this really helps get like the excess foundation on the brush, and it really does sheer out the foundation in my personal opinion. So I really like this brush a lot. And also the good thing about the Covergirl foundation is it has SPF in it, so it's good to wear during the daytime, so your skin is protected. When I'm doing my cheeks, I really like to get a lot of foundation in this area right here, because I have a lot of redness, and so I need a lot of foundation to cancel it out, so I like to focus most of my foundation right here in the middle where my cheeks are. So for my forehead, I'm going to do a little bit more foundation just because I'm pretty red up there right now, and also I have some uninvited friends in this general area, and my forehead especially is really red because of those friends, so I'm going to have to really focus on covering them up. Make sure you drag the foundation down your jawline so there is no foundation line, because there's nothing I hate more than a girl with a foundation line. I kind of just want to go up to her and just kind of fix it for her. So now I'm going to conceal my face, and I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and this is in medium neutral, and this matches my face perfectly, so I won't be using this under my eyes, so I'm just going to be covering up some of my redness that I have. To blend that out, I'm going to be using my beauty blender. So now I'm going to cover up the zits I have on my face, and I'm going to be using the MakeupForever Full Coverage Concealer in number 7. I think these are the best concealers to be using to cover up any acne you have, or face scars, or if you have dark spots or age spots. This stuff is amazing. So I'm just going to dot this right on the pimples themselves, like so. And then with my damp beauty blender, I'm going to be tapping the concealer into my skin. Lastly, for concealer, I'm going to be concealing my under eyes with the LA Girl HD Pro Concealer, and this is in Creamy Beige. Make sure you get inside the eye right by the inner tear duct right here, because this area is the most darkest. So now I'm going to be setting my under eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm actually going to use my beauty blender, and I'm going to bake under my eyes. And I'm only taking just a tiny bit, and I'm getting right under my eyes where concealer can usually crease, and I'm also going to use that, whatever is left over on my sponge, and kind of drag it down where I also put that concealer, and kind of set it with the translucent powder. So now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using Anastasia Brow Wiz Pencil in Taupe, and for today's look I'm just going to fill the in very lightly. And I'm going to comb up my brows first so I can get the shape. So now what I'm going to do is that I like to start right here where my brows are pretty sparse, and I just like to do light strokes, light feathery strokes. So now I'm just going to work on this front part of my brow. I'm just going to use my pencil and kind of flick upwards, moving on to underneath. So I like to do this kind of harshly just to get the shape. Also kind of start up here where my brow starts, at the very top. And again, piece of hair. And again, with light strokes, I'm just going to continue the shape and work with what I have. If you guys want to see a brow routine, just let me know. Okay, so I just primed my eyes with the Nars eye primer, and now I'm going to use this shade. This is called Blanc Type by MAC, and I'm going to put this all over my eyes, and I'm going to use that as a base so my later eyeshadows will blend a lot easier. Okay, next for my transition shade, I'm going to be using this shade by Makeupgeek, and this is called Creme Brulee. And I'm going to be taking that on a Sigma E35 brush. I'm really going to dust that right here in the crease, but a little bit above, because this is going to be our transition shade. And I'm going to be going in windshield wiper motions. So the next color I'm going to be using is Makeupgeek Frappe, and this is going to go directly in my crease. And I'll be using, this is the MAC 217 brush. I'm just going to apply this very, very lightly because I don't want this look to be too dramatic. Right, so for the start of the show, the next shadow I'm using is All That Glitters by MAC. I love this shade. This shade is awesome for any eye color, but I love it especially for blue eyes because it really does make your blue eyes pop. And I will be using my Sigma, E55 eye shading brush to apply that all over my lid. And then I'm going to be taking the first blending brush I used for my transition shade, and I'm just going to be blending the lid shade so there's no harsh lines. Now if you guys wanted to, you guys could end the eye makeup right here. It looks great as it is right now, but I'm going to use a little bit of a darker color in the crease, and the next shade I'm using is Makeupgeek Brown Sugar. and I'm going to be using the MAC 217 brush I used in the crease, but I'm only going to get this dark brown color right on the tip of it, and I'm going to smoke it out in the outer V of my eye. So I'm using the MAC 217 that we used earlier, and right on the tip of the brush, I'm just putting it right here on the outer corner of the eye, and a little bit into the outer crease, kind of creating like a V shape right here. Now with frappe, I'm going to be taking that, just a little bit of it underneath my eye, just to give my under eye some dimension. And then on the very tip of the brush, I'm taking brown sugar and I'm placing that right on the outer portion of my eye. Last shadow I'm taking is MAC Rice Paper, and I'm going to be using the E55 eye shading brush, and I'm gonna place that color in the inner tear duct. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, so moving on to the face, I already brushed away the powder that I was using to bake my under eyes, and now I'm going to set my face with the MAC MSF powder in Medium Plus, and I'm just going to be using a big fluffy brush. And make sure you really pat on the areas where you put the concealer. So for me, I'm going to be patting a lot of the powder onto my blemishes where I had put a lot of concealer on. I really like this powder because there's not much cover to it, and it's also not super matte. It's more of a natural finish, so it's really going to make your face look very natural. Next, to bronze up my face a little bit, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown bronzer in Golden Light, and I will also be using the Bobbi Brown sheer powder brush. And I'm just going to sweep that bronzer right up here by the forehead, the temples, and right here where my cheekbones are. I like this brush a lot because it applies the product very sheerly, so you're not going to get just a ton of bronzer on your face, and it's going to look very natural. So lastly for my face, I'm going to be using MAC Margin Blush, and I'm going to be using the Sigma, I think it's the F40 brush, I'm not sure. It's the large angled, it's a large angled brush. And I really like this blush because it has a bit of a sheen to it, so it's going to really add a lot of glow to your cheeks. And it's also a beautiful color if you have light skin, because it's just going to add a beautiful apricot flush to your cheeks. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this gloss by Nars, and this is in the color Chelsea's Girl, and this is a beautiful light pink. So that completes the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!